Yo, YouTube and YouTubers. This your boy Triple Cup Chuck. And guess what? I'm up. And when I say I'm up, that means I'm up next. And you tuning in to the Triple X Box Show. Time to flex.
I'm up. Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night.
What's down with your YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck and I'm up. And I know just about everybody that heard the good news, but for the people that haven't heard the good news that happened recently, Ryze, Son of Rome, is coming to the Xbox One Games with Gold start next month on the 1st, and it's going to be there for the whole 30 days. Not a half a month, but it's going to be there the whole 30 days. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking about this game. They asked about Sunset Overdrive. We got that with Games with Gold. And the other game they was asking for was Ryze, Son of Rome. Now we have that with Games with Gold. Now what make this so unique is I was sitting back thinking, and I haven't heard they might have had some people to talk about this already, but I haven't heard nobody bring this up. Okay, they bringing this out like 90 days or 3 months right before E3, right? Now this the thing. To get the hype train going, what you do is you put the first Ryze, Son of Rome on Games with Gold. So that means the people that haven't played it will be able to play it. That means the people that played it will start back and talking about it. That'll get the hype train back going. Same thing they did with their race car game, knowing they got a part 2 coming out. They put it on Games with Gold, which if it ain't for us, I ain't really playing it. And it's really and truly, it's not even worth me mentioning. But just for the simple fact of is Ryze, Son of Rome probably pretty much going to be going off the same format. So I was looking at when you play this game, you know, you beat it, you play it, you ready for the part 2. Then once E3 come out and they introducing all the new games, the Scorpio, and what the Scorpio gonna be able to do, and they say, well, we having Ryze to Empire. It's coming out for the Xbox One, and they show the gameplay or CGI trailer, which I think they'll show gameplay. That was like a game they kept close to their chest that everybody been asking for. And the only thing that I was looking at, what it would need to do is give a little bit more customization where you could get different weapons and make the story a little bit longer, because I beat it too fast and I played it twice. But you know what I'm saying, this one of them games where you don't want it to end so fast. You just want to keep going, you know, just give me more different types of enemies to fight and different types of executions. They could keep the game pretty much the same way they had it, but just add more stuff to it like that. And by this new generation, it's all about the multiplayers. Now, what they need to add on to this game, this would not be no tack on. See that multiplayer arena stuff they had last time? It was alright, but it wasn't that it was gonna grab you and hold you long terms. Now, what would hold you for long terms if you can create your own fighter and customize the weapons and how you fight, and then y'all go into an arena fight, and once y'all fight each other, y'all could either fight to the death or you let somebody survive, and then if the person get executed, you got to create your whole new fighter, which you could pretty much copy and paste and bring another fighter if you would like to, but he'll be a whole different fighter. Just that way, you know what I'm saying, they'll keep it more realistic, like once you die, you die. But you know what I'm saying, if you get into a fight and you get your arm cut off or anything like that, you could have it where you could, you know what I'm saying, cosmetics you could keep purchasing in like in-game credits, and by having so many fights that you could repair yourself, build your health back up or what have you, or you could be kind of weak when you start the next fight because of you didn't take care of yourself from the last fight. You know, it could have all types of things that go on in this game. And then they could have a mode where if you don't want to fight against people online, you can fight against the AI, and you know what I'm saying, you can build yourself back up, and then when you get ready, you can go back into it in a multiplayer against other people, and they can have it back and forth like that. And they could have where people could form alliances where we in this group together and we fight for a common cause, and this other group, they fight for a common cause, and we all trying to battle out in the big battle royale. You know, it'll be one of those types of things. I think that'll be a fun game if they add something like that to it to give it a longevity, not just for the single player experience. But I did like the first game single player experience was pretty awesome. It just wasn't long enough, so it didn't hold me that long. It just kept me for a couple hours, and I was finished. And I played the multiplayer for a little while, and I was like, it's alright. Okay, not the best, but it's alright. I like to do a couple of executions. Then you do that for a little while. You run around the arena, and that's pretty much it. Oh, matter of fact, think about that. Since I was saying about the arena, I did like the touch that they put where they had the arena had these different obstacle courses in it, where they have these gladiator things and stuff swinging around in the circle, and it could hit you, not just by you just fighting against players, but you got to fight the arena as well. Oh man, now that was something I just thought of just then. But if they add something like that to the game, I think that would be amazing. Because just think about it. Most fighters they have pieces of the environment you could fight with, but they don't have you have to fight against the environment as well as a person. So you could be fighting, and then all of a sudden a big boulder be swinging, and you got to move out the way and keep it in the same perspective how they have like the over the shoulder type perspective. Don't have it the side to side like a regular fighter game. Keep the same concept of, behind the shoulder look, where you fighting a person and you moving around and you seeing these obstacles. They may have a pit that might open up and the board might change, and fire might come from a side. Any type of thing that make you have to fight with the environment just as much as you have to fight against your opponent, especially against the AI. They should have it like that, and they can have it to keep the game interesting for when you're fighting from the beginning of the match to the end of the match. Well, let's say if a person is really losing, the environment kind of favors him to help him out just to keep the match a little bit more balanced. That way, if you have a person that's been playing the game for a while and they got more experience and they, just pretty much better than the other person, when the other person come in, he can have a fighting chance. That way, majority of the fights would end up being 50-50 no matter what. That way, one person won't say, oh, I don't want to play this game, it ain't fun because I'm losing all the time because these people are so good or they so advanced, their weapon skills, and they're upgraded, and I'm just a lower level and they don't have no big community, so I'm still getting matched up with these people. But you know what I'm saying, I think that'll be a good way to bring the game in and have it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't really want to talk about too much, but I'm excited. I already own Ryze, but you know what I'm saying, I'm excited because for the people that don't have Ryze, they will have the opportunity to play this game because it's a beautiful game. And not just beautiful, it's fun. And it's one of those games when you cut somebody, you hop up, you be like, yeah, I did. Like you felt like you did something. But the only thing, you know what I'm saying, they did that I really didn't like is when I did it purposely. Like, you know what I'm saying, because it's a quick time event and you mess up the sequence and the execution still go through. I didn't too much like that. I wanted, like, let's say if you're supposed to hit the Y and I hit B, it should do some type of glitch, not glitch, but some type of mess up where I stumble or anything, or it get a opponent a chance to shake back. Now, matter of fact, they could do that in multiplayer as well too. So if you about to execute somebody, you to beat them all down, and you about to execute them, and they trying to stop you from executing it. If you mess up a button sequence, or they might have a button sequence, they got to press. They might say X, and you got to try to hit X. They might say Y. You know what I'm saying? If they could trick you, you can't execute them, and it get them a chance to shake back for a couple more licks to keep the fight going. So let's say I'm about to execute you, and when you about to die, get executed, you got to hit a button sequence like X, B, Y, A. And while you hit X, the other person got to hit X. You hit B, the other person got to hit B. And if they hit the right sequence that you hit, they'll finish the execution off. But if you don't hit nothing, they just get a free lick. You know what I'm saying? So you could double work that. Well, a person might hit X, they'll hit X, then you might skip one, and they'll be waiting. Then you hit B, then they, you know what I'm saying, kind of throw them out. So it's just like a free execution type thing. So I think that would be pretty cool for Ryze if they do something like that. And, you know what I'm saying, have it with that Mortal Kombat look where, you know how Mortal Kombat, when you do the executions, you be ripping their heart out, breaking their spinal cord, tearing their head off, pushing their face down till their eyes pop out their head, melting their face down. Have all that, but you know what I'm saying, just keep it in the Ryze type thing where you got the sword, you cut the head off, or you got like a bow or some type of, you know, weapon that you could use back in the Roman days, or however they want to do it. Or you could use your shield and just chop their face off or curve stomp them. You know, just make sure you're doing all types of gruesome things in there. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be pretty awesome for this game. Well, for all my people that's out there, if you haven't heard about it, you know what I'm saying, I'm just here to let you know. Ryze something wrong coming on the 1st. Oh, and one other announcement. Finally, Telltales is bringing out episode 3 of season 3 of The Walking Dead, and I will do my recap probably that Tuesday or the Wednesday. So that one gonna be a little bit off from my regular videos because I'm gonna do that right after I play the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play the game, and while it's fresh on my mind, I'm gonna do my recap right then and there. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know for future reference that one coming, but I'm still gonna do my every Monday video. Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out. And remember, I don't do this for me, I do this for we. So like, subscribe, and holler at your boy. Oh, and don't forget to choke that like button till it turn blue.